Sierra Foxtrot Kilo is approaching Hornsby and requesting clearance to the harbour bridge for orbits. We have a plan in the system.
Sierra Foxtrot Kilo, squawk code 0525, remain outside controlled airspace. I will advise on clearance.
Code 0525, Sierra Foxtrot Kilo. Okay, we've been advised to remain outside of controlled airspace, so from Hornsby what I'll normally do is track over to the coast now, and I'll use, there's a bar high temple which is a good visual cue, keeps you well north. You can usually pick up along the coast. You also have the Pacific Highway which leads back through to Chatswood and into the city, so as long as we keep that on our right and we take basically an easterly heading, we should be clear of the steps here at the 12 DME marks of Sydney.
Sierra Foxtrot Kilo, verify present altitude.
Sierra Foxtrot Kilo is maintaining 1,500.
Sierra Foxtrot Kilo, you are identified. Stand by for clearance.
Sierra Foxtrot Kilo. We have the Scenic shopping centre just coming up on the wing there, on Monavale Road and the Scenic showground.
If contact departures 123.0 for airways clearance.
Approaching Longreef, departures on 123.0, Sierra Foxtrot Kilo. So basically now what I do is track out to the coast and then turn towards Longreef. That'll give us enough time to call Sydney approach, or departures in this case, and get the clearance into the zone. Longreef's fairly prominent position and easy to pick out. Important in this northern area of Sydney too to be aware there's a lot of float plane, seaplane operation. They operate between Palm Beach, Cottage Point, over in our 9 o'clock area and into Sydney Harbour. They normally don't operate above 1,500 feet, but if you're operating at this level or any lower on the coast, just be aware of the float plane traffic and the helicopter traffic. And you can see Longreef headland that sticks out quite prominently over there. That keeps us actually in the Sydney control zone. For departures now and get our clearance, so that by the time we get past that Longreef area, we've got that lower level of 1,000 there at 12 DME. We should have our clearance well before that. Sydney departure, Sierra Foxtrot Kilo is approaching Longreef, 1,500, requesting clearance to the harbour bridge in receipt of whiskey.
Sierra Foxtrot Kilo, you're identified. Your clearance is track Manly Harbour Bridge, maintain 1,500, QNH 1010.
Track Manly Harbour Bridge, 1,500, QNH 1010, Sierra Foxtrot Kilo. Okay, we've received our clearance now, so we're cleared to track from Longreef, our present position.
Foxtrot Kilo, requirements remain east of the harbour bridge and north of the southern shore of the harbour. Report on completion of your airwork.
Requirement east of the harbour bridge, north of the southern foreshore, and we'll report on completion, Sierra Foxtrot Kilo. The requirement today is that we remain east of the harbour bridge, so that'll keep us away from the flight paths in and out of Sydney, and north of the southern foreshore. So essentially over the water area in the harbour. Occasionally, if there's some departures that actually turn out over the CBD, they'll hold you north of the northern foreshore. When we've completed the orbits, you have two options: either exit the zone the way we came, which we're going to do today, back out via Longreef, or some people like to track out to the heads, the Sydney heads, get a clearance to descend to 500 feet and then enter Victor 1 from that position.
Gold Coast, then to plan route.
Just remain essentially over the water for the orbits. And we're turning in, and as long as we stay east of the bridge and north of the southern shore here, we're fine.
Sierra Foxtrot Kilo, track direct to Longreef, maintain 1,500.
Direct Longreef, 1,500, Sierra Foxtrot Kilo. We can basically take a reverse track of what we came in, a little bit left of Manly this time because we've been given direct Longreef. We can see Longreef as the headland that sticks out off the coast, so it's easy to pick up.